Well, good evening and welcome to the 2021 Community Service Awards, presented to you by New Horizon Church International. I'm your host, Justin Riley.
And I'm your hostess, Nyla Hawthorne. New Horizon recognizes 6 community categories: business, community advocate, education, health, ministry, and politics.
Tonight, we will recognize 7 individuals across various professional and community fields. We thank you for their leadership and commitments to the communities that they serve. Congratulations to all the honorees.
Good evening. I'm Geneva Durham James, chairperson of the New Horizon Church International Community Service Award Committee. On behalf of the committee members, we congratulate the honorees. Job well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy this brief history of why the Community Awards was created by our very own Bishop Ronnie Crudup, Sr.
I'm Bishop Ronnie Crudup, Senior Pastor here at New Horizon Church International, and I want to give you a brief explanation of why the Community Service Awards were started. It's because of our vision. New Horizon is a loving church that's loving on God, loving on people, and particularly changing community. And from the very beginning, we were a church that was really involved in community and giving good service, whether that was dealing with housing, prison, jobs, rentals, all the things that New Horizon is known for in this community. We valued those things, but we also valued other people who were involved in those things. And because we understood the importance of that and how valuable it was to have change agents in community, then we decided, let's honor other people outside of New Horizon who are doing a good work. And that really is the beginning of the Community Service Awards. And so we began this program because we understand what it is to do good work. We want to honor the people who do good work. And so we're excited about the Community Service Awards.
In the category of business, we honor Felicia and Tremaine McTiller. Felicia was born and raised in Florida, and Tremaine was born in Mississippi. Presently, they are advocates for financial literacy and entrepreneurship. The McTillers are members of the New Horizon Church International, under the leadership of Bishop Ronnie Crudup, Sr. The McTillers are devoted youth leaders as they have a passion for the youth and the young adults. They have 3 children, Malik, the age of 18, Tremaya, 15, and Makai, 11, who they serve as an example to. Ladies and gentlemen, Felicia and Tremaine McTiller.
Thank you, New Horizon, for this awesome award. My name is Felicia McTiller, and this is my amazing husband, Tremaine McTiller. We're actually financial coaches in the area. We're passionate about financial literacy, and our goal is to empower each and every family with financial concepts.
I decided to move our business back here to the great state of Mississippi in 2015 so we can service the community of South Jackson. Since then, we have fallen in love with New Horizon Church International and also the youth ministry. The same youth ministry that I grew up in, the same youth ministry that I created for saving my life, right? I greatly appreciate it. I want to say thank you to Bishop Crudup and the New Horizon Church International Community Service Committee for this great honor bestowed upon us. Thank you all so much. Again, my name is Tremaine McTiller. This is my wonderful wife, Felicia McTiller, and we look forward to our continued service within this amazing organization. Thank you all so much, and y'all have an amazing Sunday.
Thank you.
Reverend Dr. Johnny L. Hughes Jr. grew up in Jackson, Mississippi, and as the eldest of 5 children. Reverend Hughes has served many years in the ministry and education. God positioned him to return to his school, alma mater, Lanier, as principal in 1998, where he retired in 2004 after serving more than 31 years as an educator. Reverend Hughes and his wife Janet have 2 children, Jarvis and Janiyah. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Dr. Johnny L. Hughes.
My name is Reverend Dr. Johnny Hughes, pastor of St. Mary MB Church in Flowood, Mississippi. I thank God for the opportunity to be able to receive this prestigious Community Service Award presented by Bishop Ronnie Kruder along with New Horizon Church International. The work that we do in the community can only be possible only because of what Ebenezer Food Ministry, along with other local food ministry, have provided for us. Just as Jesus provided spiritual and physical food, it is our goal and our mission to do the same for those that we serve each day. We are asking that you continue to pray and to continue to encourage us to do the work that we have been called to do. God bless you.
Timothy Adam Brown was born and raised in Jackson, Mississippi. After leaving high school in 2004, Timothy became a full-time volunteer for various community organizations. Timothy enjoys working and serving people. He does not like to be idle, which is why one of the highlights of his life is working at Broad Street Cafe. The scripture he lives life by is Matthew 18:4. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Ladies and gentlemen, Timothy Adam Brown.
Blessing. I want to say thank you to receive this Community Advocacy Awards. Thank you, Bishop, for receive this Community Advocacy Awards.
Jimmy G. Wells, RN, MSN, OCN, was born in Yazoo County, Mississippi, and later moved to rural Hinds County. Jimmy has 35 years of experience in adult oncology nursing. She retired from the University of Mississippi Medical Center after 28 years. Wow. Jimmy is married to Mr. Tommy Wells Sr. for 33 years and blessed to have 3 children, Brian, Patricia, and Tommy Jr., and 1 grandchild, Mason. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Jimmy Wells.
Hello, my name is Jimmy Wells, and I really just want to come first of all and say thank you. Thank the New Horizon Church International for recognizing me, but I also want to share a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Jimmy Wells. I'm an oncology nurse and have been so for about 35 years. My work in the community has been about reaching out to our community to help them with cancer awareness, to educate, to reach out in any way that I can. I work with several groups, including the Mississippi Partnership for Comprehensive Cancer Control, the American Cancer Society, and also MCNNA, which is our congregational network of nurses and nurse advocates, to reach out to our communities, not only within my own congregation, but also to other congregations that are in need, or as people seek me out. My whole motto is, I will be available, and that's what God has made me to be available. Again, I want to thank the New Horizon Church International, and particularly Bishop Kruder and all the members that actually voted me, especially Mary, that nominated me for this position. I do thank you, and have a blessed day.
Although Camille McGee, born in Yonkers, New York, her formative years were spent jumping double dutch on the hot streets of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She now resides in Jackson, Mississippi. Camille presently serves in the capacity of a high school English teacher. It's been her continuous goal to foster an atmosphere that promotes student engagement and create lessons that are relevant to the lives of students. While married to her best friend, Lawrence McGee, their blended family produced 5 adults: Helena Walker Brown, Laurie Walker Hall, Larry Walker Jr., Lawrence Washington, and Zapora McGee. Ladies and gentlemen, Camille McGee.
I am honored to be one of the recipients of the Community Service Award. Our children, they are our most treasured possessions. And teaching for the past 23 years in the public school sector has allowed me to teach and learn from an amazing array of rising scholars. I'm genuinely grateful to the NHCI Award Committee for acknowledging my dedication to teaching and for the countless hours of planning that you dedicated toward this event. And to Bishop Ronnie Crudup, thank you for your godly vision and unwavering support. And last but certainly not least, I am dedicating this award to my amazing husband, Larry McGee. In closing, for the village who has touched my life in the most wonderful of ways, thank you, and may God continue to richly bless your lives as you have blessed mine.
Wow, we all really hope that you are enjoying this program. Please don't forget to like, comment in the chat below, and share to another friend. After this song selection by Pastor Joe Hall, the next voice you will hear will be that of Dr. Janice Neal K. Vincent.
I was born by the river in a little tent, just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm not afraid to die. 'Cause I done found I was up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. And I go to the movie, and I go downtown. Someone always saying, don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother. I said, brother, help me please. They always wind up knocking me back down on my knee. Oh, I've been tired when I thought I would last very long. Now I think I'm able carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
Hello. I'm Janice K. Neal Vincent, and I am so grateful to be here in your presence tonight. I thank you so much for the invitation to speak a few words. Bessie can't lead because she is preoccupied with the leadership of another. Sam won't lead because he's upset with God. Daisy can't lead because she doesn't know how. Your leadership journey might have started at these or some other way, but you found a way and persisted to this day. Bishop and Mrs. Crudup, Servant Leaders Committee, servant leaders and friends, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to say a few words about the topic, servant leaders about God's business. No matter how you started, this moment begins a new chapter in your life as a leader. No doubt, you've been through many storms that have made you restless, raised your eyebrows, and pushed you against walls. During these entanglements, as the old cliche would have it, you didn't know your head from your feet. As uncertain and unbalanced as you were, somehow you forged ahead and found your way. You've got that halo that no one can pluck away. Something about you causes heads to turn and eyes to gaze in your direction. You're rising in the majesty of your soul when you latch on to that dignity, that beauty God Himself placed in you. It's that hold that steers you in the right direction. Perhaps by now you've been called many names, but some call you visionary, guide, director, conductor, captain, trailblazer. With innovation, no wonder you are called leader. It's the strength that comes with these words that have brought you to this particular hour of recognition. So, congratulations, you've earned high marks. I wish to encourage you, though, to strive, if you haven't done so already, for sustainability down God's avenue of grace. I'm going this route because sometimes as leaders, we can become overconfident and venture onto the wrong streets. We know them, streets with no direction. When this happens, it's hard to work our way back to where we should be. When God anoints us, however, He blesses, protects, and empowers us to do what He wants us to do. He aligns us to walk under the guidance of the Holy Spirit. There lies the comfort and leverage we need to answer the call. By now, we understand that leadership is a dynamic process of influence. Therefore, there is a continuation of things to happen, things that nudge us, in other words, to be on our toes. This nudging enables us to be constant in prayer, concerned and responsive to problems, strengthened by God's promises, and determined to wait on God. Did I say wait on God? There are times when we don't think that God is moving fast enough for us to do what we need to do. get the job done. Rather than meditate, we pick up speed and try to fix the problem. When this happens, it looks like we are moving in the right direction until nothing seems to be going right. We're in the air like a dangling modifier seeking a home. To make matters worse, we keep trudging in the wrong direction and can't get out of the ditch. The focus we once had is gone, and we don't know what to do. Despite webs and entanglements, all is not lost. God is watching and wants us to remember how we started, leaning on Him. We must move from the falsehood of our trust by investing as we started, trusting in God. Why? We need God's guidance. God's guidance is that step-by-step approach to keep us focused on what He's telling us to do to get the job done. His comforting nudging pushes us toward the mark of success. The will of God will never take us where the grace of God will not protect us. That said, God is searching for responsible, compassionate, and accountable leaders. This is so important because each situation in which we find ourselves teaches us so many things, and how we present ourselves during those teaching opportunities will determine our outcome. It's during those teachable moments that God places people in our paths to make the journey easier. Even so, opposition comes to test our strength. God's guidance in the midst of the storm is so crucial because before we can get the midst of the calm, He beckons for us to seek Him for victory. If we won't faint along the way, we will eventually see the light. This reminds me of Proverbs 11:14. For lack of guidance, a nation falls, but victory is won through many advisors. The anointed leaders, then, must listen to God's voice as it walks among them. His voice walks among us just as it did during the days of Adam and Eve and Noah and others. The question is, what will we do when we hear it? If God issued us a final servant leadership call tonight, what would we do? Will we take matters in our own hands, or will we seek His guidance by listening to His voice? When He calls our names, how will we respond? During my youth, there was a song, "Where He leads me, I will follow," that we sang in the youth choir. The song emphasized the words, "I'll be somewhere listening for my name." The song continued with living right and praying right. That song has so much meaning for servant leaders. Even when we are not functioning in our roles, we must remember that we are recognized by many that way, and that God expects us to walk in that light. We can't do it without the voice of God. With God's voice, unlike Bessie, we will focus on what God tells us to do. With God's voice, unlike Sam, we will take responsibility for our actions. With God's voice, unlike Daisy, we will petition God's guidance. These are the marks of servant leaders who are about God's business.
Thanks to our speaker, Dr. Neil Vincent, Singer Minister Joe Hall, Pastor Stan, and all of our participants. I would like to personally give a special thanks to the wonderful individuals on this committee: Arbrilla Pickens, Isaiah Collins, Joanne White, Justin Raleigh, Keith Raleigh, Lauren Sinclair, Mary Harris, Nicole McNary, Patricia Hickman, and Vanessa Adman, co-chair. Thanks again and be blessed. Have a good night.